I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up! And I made this cute little fun fold card with products from Stampin' Up! I have the free detailed directions for you for this project on my website. You'll also find the links for the products that I used, and you'll be able to just click the links for the products you'd like to be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! You'll see where to find all of that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. This layout was inspired by, she identified herself as G from Creative Moments. It really is very fun. It's got a lot of pieces, but it's not complicated. I used the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper, and so these two pieces are from a 6x6 piece, and so you're going to want to pick out two Designer Series papers that kind of coordinate. So this is also the 6x6 paper, the same paper. I did adjust the dimensions a little bit. She had them at 3 1/4 or something like that. I switched it so that this can just be 3 inches, so I can make better use of my paper, and I think it worked out just fine. My card base is the basic card base, but it's cut down to 6 1/2 by 5 1/2 rather, so I've cut off 2 inches here. And then there's this long strip, and this is Berry Burst, and this is Azure Afternoon. My Azure Afternoon is 3 1/4 by 10 3/8. I have scored this at 2, 3, 5 1/2, and 8. And I'm creasing it mountain, mountain, valley, valley. And I'll go ahead and use my bone folder for those. I have an envelope, of course. I have that 2-inch piece of Berry Burst that I cut off for the card base. I'm going to cut out my labels, and I wanted to show you how I cut that out. I've got some white that I've already cut out. This is for the Something Fancy dies. So these are those 2 big pieces that will go on my big card base. And then I've got some Designer Series paper. I have 2 pieces that are 3 by 2 1/4. I have a piece that's 3 by 1 3/4, and I have a piece that's 3 by 3/4. So let me go ahead and put those on here. So the one that's 1 3/4 goes here. I've got the 3/4 strip. I bet you can guess where that goes. Right here. And I have the 2 pieces that are 2 1/4. One of them goes here, and the other one does not go here or here, it goes here. So you have to fold it and then put it here. Then the 2 pieces of white go here and here. But before I put that on, I want to stamp. So this is where I put my stamped greeting, and I figured you could write your little note here. You can switch it around the other way around if you'd prefer. So I'm using Azure Afternoon for my greeting. Woo. And it's a nice thing that I can just flip that over. So the inside is ready. Let me get this one ready. So I'm going to put these back together so that the ombre look is consistent. My basic 1/8 inch border. So we're going to put this piece on here. And you can actually like fold it over here because we want that crease there. And where you put this, whether you put it right in the middle, I've got it down a little bit, that's fine either way. But you want to have that be able to go there. And then we want to fold this up and put our glue here. And just close your card so you know it's going to fit. Now I generally like this kind of card to be able to open flat. This one does not. But that's simple. It's very simple to do that. Okay, let me do my little birthday cake here. I want to prepare my tag, and so I'm going to get out my Something Fancy dies. I've used these two, but this larger one didn't really fit very well here. I mean, it sort of did, but I thought it was too big. So I want to show you what I did. I have to tell you that this 2 inches is almost exactly what this is. And so if I hold this here, you can see that there is, you don't see the cutting edge there, but it's very close. So I tried very hard to get it as close as I could. Try to be even. You can almost go up against the edge and be okay like that. Let me go ahead and cut it like that. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing this against here. So, and I can feel it kind of catching on the edge of that cardstock. And rolling that through. And that cuts out beautifully. But again, this is really too big. You could use it just like that. But this piece is quite a bit larger. So I'm going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch off the bottom here. So what I'm doing is I'm putting that back in the machine and putting this, so you're still on the edges. You want to be low enough so that the top part isn't cut with the die. Cover that up and roll it through. And it comes out just perfect. We'll cut our cake on a scrap of paper. And we have the cake. And we have a candle with a wick. I don't know if you can see that wick. And the actual candle. And I'm using Stampin' Write markers. And these are the colors that are involved here, not so much the green. So you may or may not want to use the green. I'm going to color the cake plate in blue, and actually Azure Afternoon. And I've got the marker on this side. So these are all the brights. So you just need one of the sets of markers. And I'm coloring this wavy part here and in the berry burst. And I'll color this top part in the berry burst too. And this middle part in the daffodil light. You don't have to press hard. And we'll just stamp that here. So I've got all those colors. And I'll bring back my cutting machine. And no, you do not need to fussy cut this. We've got a die. And we've got this cute little cake. And then on this piece, we want to stamp our candle. We want to stamp our candle and the flame. And you can use the markers or you can use the stamp pad. Either way, whatever is easiest for you. But I want to start with my candle at the top. Actually, I want to start with the flame and then the candle. And I want to put that wick on top. And I want to have that wick right under the flame. And this is where I put my general complaint about the camera being right in my way. I didn't use the green, but you certainly could. So we just want to put our card, our tag here, and we want to just glue it to this part. You don't want to glue it here at all. So you might want to center it on here. Whether you center it on that slit or I'm kind of actually centering it on this whole piece. So I want to put my fingers where that fold is. Because this part has to separate for when it opens up. We can put this piece on with dimensionals if you want. And if you want, you can color in that candle with a little wink of Stella if you'd like. And I'm coloring all around with those little shiny parts. And we'll put the cake on with more dimensionals. And I want to get this on straighter than I got my other one on. Let's see if I can do that. I think I'll use my tweezers so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Oh, much better. And then if you would like, you can add just one single little rhinestone jewel up here in the middle of the candle flame. Like that. And that's all there is. Here is the web address where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. I also offer lots of resources on my website. Click Shop to see the online exclusives, clearance items, my frequent shopper points, and the products I offer to make crafting more convenient. That includes a cardstock sampler for all the current Stampin' Up! Cardstock and samplers for the Stampin' Up! Cardstock going all the way back to 1997. Click Inspiration to scroll my projects. You'll find the directions and images all the way back to 2011. You may also want to check out the Basics button where I share about stamps, ink, and paper, card cutting, bases, and layers, and some of my favorite tools. Click Getting Organized to find lots of free resources like case inserts, labels for just about every product, catalog tabs, color tools, and much more. More organization means more time for crafting. Click Evernote Current Products to learn how you can share my Evernote notebooks. The Current Products Notebook allows you to search every item by name, number, type of product like stamps, designer series paper, tools, themes like birthday, friend, baby, masculine, and even individual words. I also share a notebook with retired products going back to about 2015, and there's lots more that are older than that. Click Stamp Together if you're in Ventura County and come stamp at my house. You can also join my team if you're anywhere in the United States. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my website so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.